The flashing lights were relentless, cutting through the darkness like a knife. They painted the night in hues of red and blue, a stark reminder of the chaos that had erupted. A cacophony of shouts pierced the night, each voice adding to the growing sense of pandemonium. The air was thick with tension, as if the very atmosphere was charged with electricity. Cameras clicked incessantly, capturing the scene with a kind of savage hunger. The photographers, like vultures, circled their prey, eager to capture every moment of the unfolding drama. Sean "Diddy" Combs, the man who had always dictated the narrative, was now trapped in someone else's story. The power he once wielded seemed to evaporate in an instant, leaving him vulnerable and exposed. He stood, handcuffed, his face a mask of disbelief. The shock was palpable, etched into every line of his expression. It was a moment that would be seared into the collective memory of all who witnessed it. The image, plastered across every news outlet, was a stark contrast to the carefully crafted persona he had built over decades. Headlines screamed his name, each one a blow to the empire he had so meticulously constructed. Diddy, the titan, the mogul, the icon, was now a man accused. The weight of the accusations bore down on him, threatening to crush the legacy he had spent a lifetime building. The world watched, a collective gasp echoing across the digital landscape. Social media platforms buzzed with activity, each post and tweet adding to the frenzy. The fall from grace was swift and unforgiving, a stark reminder of the fragility of fame. His ascent had been meteoric. From the streets of Harlem to the pinnacle of hip-hop royalty, Diddy had embodied the American dream. Bad Boy Records, his brainchild, had launched careers and redefined a genre. He was more than a musician, he was a brand, an empire, a testament to ambition and hustle. His touch turned everything to gold, music, fashion, even vodka. But success, as it often does, cast a long shadow. The pressure to maintain his position, to always be one step ahead, was a weight he carried silently. Malik James had been a diamond in the rough, a kid with raw talent spotted by Diddy himself. It was a moment that would change both their lives forever. Diddy, always on the lookout for the next big thing, saw something special in Malik that others had overlooked. He saw potential, a spark that could ignite into a blazing star. He was family, taken under Diddy's wing and nurtured into stardom. Diddy didn't just see Malik as another artist, he saw him as a younger version of himself. Someone who needed guidance and support to navigate the treacherous waters of the music industry. Their relationship went beyond business, it was personal, built on trust and mutual respect. Their bond, a mix of mentorship and brotherhood, was the stuff of industry legend. They were often seen together at industry events, always side by side, a united front. Behind the scenes, their relationship was even stronger, filled with late-night studio sessions, deep conversations, and shared dreams. Diddy saw in Malik a reflection of his younger self, the hunger, the drive, the unwavering belief in their shared dream. He remembered his own struggles and triumphs, and he wanted to ensure that Malik had the support he never had. It was a chance for Diddy to give back, to pay it forward, the hunger, the drive, the unwavering belief in their shared dream. They spent countless hours in the studio, perfecting their craft, pushing each other to be better. Malik's performances were electric, filled with the same energy and passion that Diddy had seen in him from the beginning, the unwavering belief in their shared dream. They celebrated their milestones together, each success a testament to their hard work and dedication. They talked about their dreams, their plans for the future, always with the understanding that they were in this together.
Diddy was more than a mentor. He was like a big brother to me. Our success was intertwined, our futures seemingly inseparable. He taught me everything I know, from the technical aspects of music production to the importance of staying true to myself. We shared a bond that went beyond music. It was a brotherhood forged in the fires of our shared experiences.
Malik, in turn, revered Diddy, his loyalty absolute. Their success was intertwined, their futures seemingly inseparable. Malik looked up to Diddy not just as a mentor, but as a role model, someone who had paved the way for him. Their journey together was a testament to the power of mentorship, the strength of brotherhood, and the magic that happens when two people believe in each other. The whispers started subtly, like a snake slithering through tall grass. Rumors of shady deals, of cutthroat business practices began to surface. Diddy, always the strategist, always in control, seemed increasingly isolated. The pressure, the constant scrutiny was taking its toll. His empire, once a monolith, showed the first signs of strain. His inner circle, once impenetrable, began to fracture. And at the heart of this unraveling was Malik, his protege, his confidant, his potential downfall. The party was a spectacle, a who's who of the music industry. The red carpet was rolled out, and the flash of cameras lit up the night as celebrities made their grand entrances. It was a night of glitz and glamour, where the elite of the music world gathered to celebrate their successes and revel in their fame. Champagne flowed freely, music pulsed, and laughter echoed through the opulent mansion. The air was thick with the scent of expensive perfumes and colognes, mingling with the aroma of gourmet hors d'oeuvres being passed around by impeccably dressed waitstaff. It was a scene of pure indulgence where every detail had been meticulously planned to create an atmosphere of luxury and excess. Diddy, the consummate host, was in his element, the weight of the world momentarily forgotten. He moved through the crowd with ease, greeting guests with a warm smile and a firm handshake. His laughter was infectious, and his presence commanded attention. For a few hours, he was able to escape the pressures of his career and simply enjoy the company of friends and colleagues. But the revelry was shattered. The music stopped. The sudden silence was jarring, like a needle being ripped off a record. Conversations halted mid-sentence, and all eyes turned towards the source of the disturbance. Silence descended, heavy and absolute. It was as if the very air had been sucked out of the room, leaving a vacuum of anticipation and dread. The once lively and vibrant atmosphere was now thick with tension, and an uneasy stillness settled over the crowd. All eyes turned to the entrance as Malik James walked in, his face etched with a chilling calm. He moved with a purpose, his steps measured and deliberate. There was an air of authority about him, a sense that he was in control of the situation and that nothing would deter him from his mission. He moved through the crowd, a spectre at the feast, his gaze fixed on Diddy. The guests parted before him like the Red Sea, their eyes wide with fear and curiosity. Whispers rippled through the room, but no one dared to speak aloud. It was clear that Malik James was not a man to be trifled with.
The atmosphere changed in an instant. The carefree joy of moments before was replaced by a palpable sense of foreboding. It was as if a dark cloud had descended over the party, casting a shadow over the once bright and festive scene. You could feel the tension, almost like the air had turned to ice. The guests stood frozen, their expressions a mix of shock and apprehension. It was as if time itself had stopped, and everyone was holding their breath, waiting to see what would happen next. Everyone knew something big was about to go down. The anticipation was electric, crackling in the air like a live wire. All eyes were on Malik and Diddy, the two figures at the center of this unfolding drama. The night of the reckoning had begun, and there was no turning back.
The words, when they came, were laced with venom. Accusations of deceit, of treachery hung in the air, each syllable a dagger aimed at Diddy's heart. The betrayal was visceral, a public execution.
Malik, his voice shaking with a mixture of anger and anguish, painted a picture of a mentor who had strayed from the path, who had sacrificed loyalty for power. The crowd watched, a sea of faces reflecting shock and disbelief. The bond, once unbreakable, lay shattered, irreparable.
Racketeering, tax evasion, witness intimidation. The words hung in the air, each one a hammer blow to Diddy's carefully constructed image. The indictment was damning, a laundry list of alleged crimes that threatened to dismantle his empire.
And at the center of it all was Malik James, the star witness, the insider, the man who knew where the bodies were buried. His cooperation with law enforcement was the ultimate betrayal, the final nail in the coffin of their shattered brotherhood.
Section 8. A city divided. New York City, the concrete jungle where dreams were made and broken, became a battleground of opinions. The streets buzzed with the scandal. Newspapers ran daily updates. Talk shows dissected the allegations. Public opinion was sharply divided. Some stood by Diddy, citing his philanthropy, his contributions to the city, his unwavering belief in the power of hip-hop. Others, disillusioned and angered, saw him as a symbol of greed, a cautionary tale of unchecked ambition. Section 9. The weight of legacy. The charges against Diddy were more than legal, they were a referendum on his legacy. The man who had built an empire on music, on style, on the very idea of self-invention, was now facing an existential crisis. Could he survive this, his reputation intact? Could he reconcile the image he had crafted with the accusations leveled against him? The world watched, waiting to see if the man who had always defied expectations could once again beat the odds. Section 10. Through a fractured lens. The trial unfolded like a Greek tragedy, a tale of ambition, betrayal, and the corrupting influence of power. The courtroom became a stage, the lawyers actors in a high-stakes drama. Evidence was presented, witnesses questioned, narratives spun. The truth, elusive and multifaceted, seemed to shift with each passing day. Diddy, once a master of controlling his image, was now at the mercy of a system that threatened to strip him bare. Section 11. The Unwritten Future. The verdict, when it finally came, would have far-reaching consequences. It would determine not only Diddy's fate, but also shape the future of his empire, his legacy, and the countless lives touched by his music. As he stood on the precipice of an uncertain future, one question lingered. How did it all go so wrong? The answer, complex and layered, was a story yet to be fully written. A tale of ambition, betrayal, and the enduring power of the American dream, for better or for worse.